Playing Hex Shards of Fate, Mirror Melee format, Corinth format specifically. Link in the description to get the game. It's free to play. Play on PS4 or PC. Our opponent is playing on PS4 because he has a controller icon. We are playing on PC. This is pretty good because discarding is not a problem in this format. This is and the other one was a pain in the neck to use. This is really good, but it only takes them down one. This can do repeated damage. Tough choice, those are all good. But I tend to opt for removal, especially if it has life drain. It's expensive to cast for 4, but it goes off twice, so you can take down a 4 defense or do 4 damage, and you gain 4 health. Because you're almost always guaranteed to trigger the runic, because runic triggers when a resource enters your hand, and at the end of your turn in this format a resource usually enters your hand because you draw 4 cards after your deck has been shuffled. Not always. There was a time last game where I had non-resources only, but it's uncommon. Okay, exhaust, target, opposing troop, and fate weave. Those can be good later in the game. Keep getting this life drain stuff. This is just too good to pass up. I need some troops though, because I've got 3 non-troops. Now if I can get a 1-drop and cast this on it and make it a 4/4 next turn. It's always good to see what's the total cost of things in your hand. So next turn I will have 4 resources. I have 3 here, so if I choose a 1-drop here I can play everything. It might not be worth it to choose a 1-drop, but it's an option. It's very good to note how much you need to spend if you want to spend everything, so that you can look at this screen that pops up when you activate this charge power and choose carefully what to pick. Now if something amazing shows up that's more than 1, I'll definitely pick that. But a 1-drop that's going to become a 4/4 or greater has a lot of replayability, especially late game. You know, you have 9 resources, you can put down a 4/4 for 1 and still have 8 left. That's awesome. Okay. 2. Okay. Gotta keep that in mind. I mean, this is great, but I gotta go with this. I mean, you just can't beat that card. You're stealing their card, putting it into your deck. I need troops desperately. But now see, I can kill something he plays. If he plays a 1-drop, I can target him, and I definitely want to play it on his turn so that I have access to the full 5 resources on my next turn, because the quick action here. Such beautiful art in this game as well. Okay, so we'll let that resolve and then we'll kill it. Because he thinks next turn he can do that on it, but it won't be there. And we've upped our life. We're now 4 past our starting total. He needs to note that I have that and pick things that are higher than 2 on the defense. Alright, so... okay, this is terrible in this format. I'm gonna go with this. Because it can be pumped, it has crush. So now I can do up to 4 damage to one of his troops or to him directly next turn. Because Runic will trigger. Oh, that's definitely right. Perfect. I can kill that. I can even attack. Now, I may choose not to kill it if I draw something better. Let's see. Opponent's losing time. He's got that stop on the start of my turn. Oh, lots of good stuff here. I'm going to attack with this, see if he blocks, because I can pump it and kill it. I'm going to hit him with this, because I don't have enough left to kill him. Now, as my hand refills, it's going to trigger again, hit him.
Oh, no, no!
He's not have to use this at all. So now he knows I have this, which does 2 damage, and that which does 4. So he really should be looking for things that give him a 5 defense or greater. Prior to me playing that, he didn't know I had that, so... and he has 6 resources, so if he gets something in his charge power... But you definitely want to keep track of these actions that your opponent has. terrible card. It's very hard to activate this. I've only seen it activated once in this format because you need dwarves and robots, and I don't think he's played any. But that may have been the best he got out of one of these. I don't plan it. Yeah, nothing else, might as well. Whoa, these are so good. I don't want to choose this because I think I'm just going to go with that because that's just going to give me more and more removal. So with this, I can pump him once. Play this here, but I'm gonna choose not to because it might come back into my hand. No, I should have played it, but there's a chance it would come back into my hand and I could play it to destroy something coming from his turn. Definitely should try to get things to 2 on the threshold, especially the colors that you prefer, before you go into 3 or 1 on some colors. I have the 3 that I always play: Diamond, Wild, and Blood. Okay. Well, we got lots of removal for that, so no big deal. Although he's probably gonna... No, he doesn't have the ability to do that right now, unfortunately, so... But this is vulnerable also to all of the removal I've shown him, so maybe not the best, but he may have gotten it earlier or may have been the only option, I don't know. This is really hard to beat. So I'm gonna play this. I'm not gonna attack because he's got Swift Strike, which would kill this guy. So again, before going 3, you should go to 1 on something. So I'm gonna go into Ruby. Next turn, unless my hand gets discarded or something. This is a really powerful card. It's really hard to defeat. It'll transfer my whole deck into something else. And it's just a 5/5 spell shield, right? So it's really good. Not sure I want it to go off because I do have a lot of great stuff in my deck. But we'll see. That is phenomenal. He got real lucky with that because he can void or draw 3 cards or do 5 damage. He's definitely going to try to void this. He has to avoid this. He can't target this. Not gonna block. that stop there. There's really no point in any of these. I mean, I can put them in my deck, because if I play them, he's just going to avoid them when he attacks. So now I can attack and see if he blocks. If he doesn't, then my deck will transform. Or I can use it as a blocker. I think I'm going to use it either as a blocker or... Let's see what I get. Nice. Okay. Oh. I'm going to destroy that thing before it gets to attack. And the other one. See? It's a good thing I didn't attack and transform my deck, because this is going to kill both of these things. And if I played those other cards only to have them voided, let's go ahead and... take care of both of these things. And see, we're almost back to starting health. Could have waited to do that, but I want to make sure he doesn't get a chance to attack. I'm almost to starting health. At the beginning of my turn, he's going to lose 1 from my nightfall that I created. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take 2 here. My guess is he's not going to want me to attack him with this, but we'll see. I don't know that I want to, because my deck is really good right now, and it's stopping everything he's got over there. Let's see what we get. This is phenomenal. He should block with this, but yeah, we need to get that out of here. Perfect. We can do at least 4 damage to something. Now, hopefully he doesn't have the Doombringer in his hand. We can buff something, we can create more troops, we can even create 6 troops if we empower this, but that would give us nothing to play. Because we would use up all but 1 of our mana, or resources. Let's good in a sense. It's gonna create some stuff if he attacks, but he's only got 4 resources left, so you know what? I mean, maybe he's hoping for some removal here. Because now he has nothing to block with. I can definitely kill that. And cast this. Yeah, we don't want him creating constant actions here. I may not attack with this. Depends, see, so that would be 9, 10, 11. We'd get him down pretty low if I did. I could even do this to him and get 13. Okay, fine. Do that. Yeah, I have to. Alright. This is only this big because he has that many cards in his hand right now. So, if I buff him to 8, he has to know that I can take out that thing.
Oh, no, no! Ah!
The good news for him is he gets to keep this card.
Oh, no, no! Ah!
And I have enough to destroy that thing if it comes back out if he plays the Doombringer Caw. Which he will do if he has it. Because it has speed and he wants to be able to attack in and void. So. But if he goes to attack without playing that, I will take this out because we don't need him creating actions. I think he would have played the Doombringer Caw if he had it, because it's good to play that, but let's do it to this. So he doesn't have the Doombringer Caw. Don't mind losing that because I know I have more troops here. I don't want to transform my deck. It's just too much good stuff, including this card. Well, these are good. Okay, so let's put this down. It's going to give us flight. This is going to get flight. Hopefully he doesn't have his Doombringer, because we don't have removal for it right this second. There's a lot of targets for it though, so he can't void everything. We can definitely get these two down if we want. If he kills something and it goes to my crypt, I can bring it back with this. He's going to exhaust probably this, so you can maybe attack with that. So he doesn't have Doombringer because he would have needed 7 to play it. He doesn't want to play an artifact or a constant right now. He's going to give us rage and speed, which is fine. This guy's running out of time here. Right. This is really good. I played them in order. I played them so that this could get rowdy and buff some things. I should have held up 4 for this, but it's fine. If he plays his Doombringer, I can put it into my deck on my turn. Yeah, I avoid something, but I've got so many blockers right now that it really doesn't matter. He's down to 8 life, and there's more than 8 in the air that he can't block. So, you know, he's dealing with 13 in the air that's going to come through, which is more than 8. So he's got to put down either Doombringer or something. I suspect he doesn't have Doombringer because he probably would have just played it even before doing the charge power. Because Doombringer can block one of these and he can survive, barely. Okay. He does have something to fight, alright. And that's going to grow in power with the next turn, but I can remove it, put it in my deck. He doesn't realize that, but... because he'll draw 4, and this will become a 10-10. But he knows the only way to survive is if he has that one flyer, because then he'll only take 7 damage and be left with 1. I'm sure as soon as I play this he will concede, but first we'll cast this, see what we get, destroy something. Conceded. Yep. Good game.